Hi, my name is Beth Barone, and I am bringing you yet another sex fail. It's an honor to be the only person who has done this video series twice. Today I'm gonna tell you the story of the time I hooked up with a runner. But it's not what you think. I was out in LA, I was there doing some shows, and I met this group of guys and they were all hot, which is very overwhelming for someone like me, because I'm just like obsessed with hot guys. There was a little something for everyone. A guy on the shorter side, the John Mayer type, the John Stamos type, one who's kind of into like surfing and skateboarding. Now it's very rare that you will see a group of hot guys and they're all hot. It's kind of like seeing a unicorn, or even several hot unicorns. The John Stamos type and I start talking, and I had it on good authority that he doesn't hook up with people a lot. But he's very hot, so I thought, well, that seems like a waste. I kind of like gave him a little bit of shit for working in finance, which he was actually really offended by. I just like thought he would be embarrassed, because that's embarrassing. I was able to recover from it though, and we started making out. We took an Uber back to his Airbnb, and the Uber was like $75. Okay, this pussy must be good. I guess working in finance is not that embarrassing. So we had sex, it was fun, it was good. He actually lives in New York where I live, so we had made plans to see each other when we got back. Guess what? We never hung out again, which probably should have given me some clue as to what his friends would be like. After that happened, I decided to adopt this new policy: no one-night stands, which might seem easy, but honestly in this climate, it's pretty hard. I'm not like a stickler either, you know? We can still hook up the first night we meet. All I really want is just a verbal agreement that we're gonna hang out again. We could go to a rodeo, we could get haircuts together, we could get drinks, we could have sex. I don't want it to just be like a one and done. I'm back in New York, didn't see the John Stamos type again, but I did get a text from the John Mayer type. And that's a twist, because he had a girlfriend when we met. He didn't have a girlfriend anymore. They had broken up just a few days earlier. And this is always a good time to get a text from someone, because you know it's serious. He said, "What are you up to? We should hang out." This is probably a very bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The John Mayer type and I are texting, and we decided that we were gonna go to Union Pool, which, if you don't live in New York, is a makeout bar in Williamsburg. Everyone just goes there to hook up. We did shots of tequila, which is always a bad idea if you want to hook up with someone later, unless you want it to be really, really sloppy. Hint, it did turn out to be. At a certain point, we were making out, and we decided to take a cab back to my apartment. In the cab, we had our, what I like to call our negotiations, which is where I kind of laid out my terms, and he could either agree or not agree to them. I don't really do one-night stands anymore, so if we hook up tonight, which we don't have to, I'm gonna wanna hang out with you again. So he looked me in my eye and he said, if we have sex tonight, we will definitely hang out again. As you know, when guys have been drinking and they're about to have sex, that's when they're their most honest. We get up to my room, clothes are coming off, we're making out, we decide to have sex. He has thigh tattoos, he put on Ty Dolla $ign, another red flag, but nevertheless, I persisted. We're having sex, which was very grabby, a lot of limbs everywhere. It didn't feel good. After we were done, he asked if he could smoke a joint in my bed. Now, I'm not a smoker, but I'm extremely accommodating because I'm a woman, so yes, why not? Of course I said yes. I don't have an ashtray in my room, so he decided to use this like Barbie plate I had that my dad got me on a business trip, and he just ashed the joint there. Yeah, he's resourceful. And this is a tip for all the guys out there. Girls keep childhood things in their rooms specifically for you to fuck them up, which you seem to be really good at. It's probably like 3 in the morning, and he says to me, so I actually have to go home right now because the marathon's tomorrow, and I live uptown. It's gonna be really hard for me to get home. If you're not familiar with New York, we actually do a lot of our traveling underground. So a marathon that's kind of happening on the street sidewalk area, that would not impact your travel, no matter what. Now I have to say, I've heard a lot of excuses for leaving the same night, but this was super creative. Was he running the marathon? No, he was just running away from me. So there were so many things. I shouldn't have had any hope, but me being a romantic, I thought, well, you know what? Let me text him in the morning, because I have it on his word that we're gonna hang out again. I have a Donna Summer poster hanging in my living room, and I said, hey, I think you left this here last night. And that's like a really good text. I'm like good at flirting, but he just said, haha. And we never hung out again, of course. Except that a few months later, I was dining at a Mexican restaurant. I had a couple of stand-up shows that night, I was feeling good, and who walks by? None other than him. But instead of stopping to say hi, or even really just acknowledging my presence in a respectful way, he walked by and did this. And that was it. I don't know what he meant by that. I don't know if he meant he was watching me, or if he was throwing up the peace sign, or if he was telling me he's eaten at that restaurant before, or if he was showing me where the emergency exits were. I don't know, but don't do that. Just say hi, wave even, or even a nod. But to give the peace sign, disrespectful. And just so you know, that actually doesn't count as hanging out again. If you're watching this, you probably are, because you have come to my shows with your new girlfriend. I just have one thing to say to you. Oops, sorry, I meant